some people may not have the capacity to straight away jump into this. Prices are really so high. Can I still afford? Every time you see this, you miss another boat. Should I buy a landed? I say maybe not. You have enough money to renovate A&A. You can choose to have instant gratification, but unfortunately, you cannot afford to buy.
What should you be doing if you have a feeling that you're being priced out of the landed market? Thanks for coming back to part 2 of our podcast. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the comments and questions that you have for Kelvin. Today's segment is very clear-cut. We just want to talk about some of the consumers out there that they feel that they are being priced out of the market. Maybe they don't even feel like moving forward because they find that condo to condo, what's the point? Or whatever, and they really want to go for a landed. And they will always be stuck because they want to, ideally it's a 3-story, 6-bedroom, all en suite,
Best location.
2-car, CCR, $4 million. But we all know these days, if you're watching the market, it's not achievable. Point of view of someone who is spoken to a lot of landed owners, staying in a landed, and you assist so many people in our wealth building journey, right? What would be your advice, and what are the priorities you think the consumer should be like prioritizing at this point? So today, again, we got Kelvin, and we're very lucky, the guru once again. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember there was propnext.com. If you bought the book and read the book already, right, let us know inside the comments what other things, what you learn, what you understand, what you don't understand, and what you think Kelvin should write in his next book also. Because I think this guy, I think this guy really got a lot of wisdom, and I really squeezed him out. It's already late, and I'm still squeezing the last few bits of wisdom from him.
Condo straight away must go jump into a landed. No need to say price out, because there may be 2 options.
Yes.
Like for example, a person who stay in 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, maybe straight away to jump to buy a landed house. Actually, there's a lot of consideration. Yeah. So whether do they have the enough funds or not?
Yep.
Yeah. So that you can also say that your current house 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, you may step forward to own a bigger value.
Can be a 4.
Accumulate more saving, accumulate more capital, and move to a 4-bedroom or whatever.
Yep.
At least next round that you jump to a landed, you still have, don't be worried about being priced out. Why? Because very simple, even though when we are, actually why I'm saying that don't need to bother about price out is because ultimately later on your asset value will go up. You will have more profit, and ending you will still be able to you look at our landed property from the few $100,000 to millions of dollars, and they still can afford. You look at our EC from the kind of price of $600-700 per square foot today is $1,700 per square foot. But still, just look at the latest launch, Orel at Tampines, already sold $1,700, and I tell you, all the 4 and 5-bedroom is also out.
Yep.
What does it mean? You got money.
People still make money. Actually,
you got money to buy.
Because like Seafront of Meyer, back then, when I first joined you, when we go to Seafront of Meyer, excellent place, Belvedere, basically Meyer Road. So the whole stretch back then, the freehold properties was about 1,500 PSF, 1,516.
Yeah, 1,500.
So many people, some people will think that, I want to straight away jump into a landed. I don't want to buy the condo.
Yeah.
But the truth is today, Seafront also 2003. PSF. So if you select the right asset, it's not just the lender who will grow.
Yep.
Because sometimes you also need time to train your own confidence.
Yep.
Your own, what do you call that? I cannot find a better word. But you train your own boss. That you have the courage to actually be able to take up a bigger installment. And whatever installment you see 3 years ago, right? I mean, you let me know in the comments, do you find that the installment that you committed 5 years ago today looks small? Why? Because back then, your kids going mind champ. Back then, your parents were sick, you need to take care of them. Back then, there's so many, your savings was lesser, your income was lesser. And which is, I think, the reason why we want to talk about. To share with the audience, right? Today, if you feel that you're priced out, you from a 2-bed, you want to upgrade to a landed, 3-bed, you want to start upgrade to a landed, and you constantly look at Property Guru, you keep telling yourself you're priced out. The only thing you want to do is to upgrade for a condo to a landed. If not, don't do anything at all. So what would be if that's your point of view, what are the options you can consider? What are the changes in mindset you can consider adjusting? And most importantly, what you need to take note of, if you really want to take the leap of faith, just go to the landed. Of course, what you need to take note of is call me. But But jokes aside, today Kelvin will be actually sharing with us like what are the things you need to take note and what are the options that you have.
Sure, I think this is always a very common question that who doesn't want to go and upgrade straight to a landed, right? But of course, is it everybody can straight away jump in this manner? I believe every one of you have many concerns here. And that's the reason why I think it's so important why Marcus brought up this particular segment or topic, right? Is because he wants everybody know one thing. Is there any other alternatives out there besides straight away jumping to a landed? Why do I say so? Because to buy a landed is very easy, but you must consider many different things. The cost of renovation or the cost of A&A, the cost of rebuilding. And today rebuild is not cheap. Even to talk about A&A, is it cheap? Also no. And how much loan you can get from your A&A? We talk about renovation. If you stay in a landed house, what kind of renovation do you think that you require to spend? And all these are the hard cash. Hard cash is not part of the property purchase that you have bought. You have to use the extra money. Some people may not have the capacity to straight away jump into this. And that's the reason why we have many customers out there. They did not immediately from a 2 or 3 bedroom straight away jump to a landed. Of course, if you can, please jump. Right? But if you cannot, my suggestion to you here is that why don't you move to the next level? Maybe a 4 bedroom or a 5 bedroom.
Freehold.
Buy a bigger capital.
Yeah.
For example, maybe now you're staying in a 1 over million or 2 million. Maybe you can afford to buy a $4 million property, but you own a 4 bedroom or 5 bedroom, for example. Why don't make use of this asset to help you to accumulate more cash? Maybe down the road, this property may give you another profit margin that you may not expect. In fact, bigger property generally give a bigger value. Just a simple executive condo, a 5 bedroom unit, people can make $1 million after holding for 9 years. What makes you cannot buy a condo down the road, make $1 million? You never know.
No, whole 4 years make already.
Oh yeah.
TAT.
Oh yeah. Correct.
1 million.
So to me is, who knows? That's the reason why you always need someone to really spot what? Spot the right price tag. And the most important is it allows you that the risk supposed to be low. Second, how do you work out the numbers to make sure that the price that you enter is safe? If you can find all this solution, I can tell you, you will know whether which one will you go for. So I'm not suggesting that you must make sure that you have enough cash, because staying in a landed house is not as easy one. Rooftop here, leak lah, all the necessary gardening lah, pool lah, maintenance lah, everything you haven't even calculated yet.
Raining scared already.
Yeah. I mean, these are part and parcel that I've gone through myself, so I know the challenges as well. Sometimes I tell people, maybe, like one of my agents was just saying that, maybe should I buy a landed? I say, maybe not. You just, maybe for a time being, I only ask one question. Do you have enough money to renovate A&A?
Capital.
If you don't have, go one more round first.
Build capital.
Build capital first. Subsequently, take this amount and plus more saving. The next 3 years, work hard, save money, build your capital, capitalize on this property that you bought, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom. Thereafter, 3-4 years down the road, if you have the opportunity, jump to the landed house. At least you feel that your pocket got more money, you feel more secure, you feel more safer. And we want our customers out there to do one thing. Buy a property and don't be stressed. Once you are stressed, it will not bring you happiness for the family. And that's not what we want eventually as well. And that's the reason why we all both agree one thing. Progression. Progressively move forward. Step by step. Work through the numbers. I'm very sure you'll be comfortable shifting your landed house one day, just like just like me, we all have gone through this journey. We don't jump to a landed immediately. I will stay in a 2 bedroom, HDB, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom before I move to a landed house. So same thing for all people out there as well. And that's the reason why I say it is important to think carefully, work out your numbers. I believe my dear friend here will sure know how to make sure your number is safe before you move forward.
So this is one option by Kelvin, and I feel this is the wisdom that I benefited and I was blessed, and I transferred the same learning to my clients and my friends and all these things. And to this day, a lot of friends and when you come and thank us.
Yeah, of course. That's our greatest joy, man.
They come and
That's
thank
our
us.
greatest
Say,
joy.
last time luckily was you. I listened to you. I say actually they thank me.
Yep.
So my client bought a 2-bedroom. After that time when he bought it, it was more expensive than what other people bought during day one. So he asked me this question. During it was COVID, we all wear masks. He said, "You sure or not? Now I'm paying $200 per square foot more than other people, you know. Sure or not?" And he very scared. But he was very young, 20 plus, early 30s. So gave him the vote of confidence. He himself also got the courage to move forward. Long story short, now he owns a private a freehold, bigger unit in town, also a brand new unit. And he thanked me. He said that, hey, my mother say, buy already, you come back from overseas, must take photo with you, must thank you, you are earned. I said, you don't need to thank me, you know why not? Because I tell 1,000 people, only 3% do. You are one of them. So don't thank yourself.
That's why that's the reason why it's so important to understand how to overcome fear. The only way to overcome fear is to work out numbers.
Yes. And one more thing is earlier on, Kelvin gave the other option, which is to elevate capital a bit more, which is super true because you see today you can buy a $4.5 million because you have a down payment of 1.5 plus renovation. But if you, instead of going for the lender, which you make money, 3 years later you need to sell to cash out. If you can go to a condo which is 3.5 mil, 1 year later, if it makes 600K, it will give you another 600K, I mean gross lah, which gives you a purchasing power of additional 1.8 million because you 3x ma, because the down payment is 30%, which gives you more
Capital.
to move forward and to buy.
Of course, Marcus, they will say you one thing, no. Later
Best
on,
of society.
No. He will tell you later on the prices go up, then I may price out in.
Yes. That's what people always say.
But the problem here is you can see so easily that every time people say, Kelvin, now the property prices are really so high. Can I still afford? You realize one thing. Every time you see this, you realize that you miss another boat. And if you look at today, just a simple one, just sharing with Marcus, a simple Tampines EC today has reached 1.7 per square foot. Used to be 700 in probably 5-6 years ago. But today, still people buy. In fact, the number of units sold out, majority are all the big
First
units.
timer some more.
4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, all sold out.
First timer leh.
Yes.
Oh, the second timer don't even have chance yet.
Maybe you do not know how much capital they need to come out. Oh, easily $1 million to buy a first property. Leh. So if you ask me, right, where does the money come from?
We cannot say. Parents Assistance Program.
Yeah.
Parents Assistance Program.
And that's the reason why to all my parents out there who are listening to us, right? I say you better work harder. You better know how to make sure your money work hard for you. Next time nobody will know. Maybe you need to support a little bit to help your so-called children to move forward. We may not know. And that's the reason why I say it's so important when you have the capacity to do so, work out your numbers. Remember one thing will not stop is your age. Your age will keep moving forward, but your income hopefully will go higher. What if your income did not go higher? You cannot borrow more. In fact, the worst is you cannot upgrade because you worried so much. You end up only owning a small properties. Just like our parents who own a HDB flat, bought at 100,000, today worth 300,000. Is it a lot of money? A lot leh.
3x.
3 times eh. But if today they want to right size, what can they do? And that is the sad truth. If the children are not able to take care of them, how? But for both of us, we work hard. That's why we can afford to take care of parents. But what if cannot, right? So that's the reason why I think it's so important to learn, to be educated, to understand why one person must continue to elevate. To be honest, everybody says, Kelvin, you all are agent, you sure want to make money. The matter of the fact here is definitely we have to make money. Yeah. If not, how are we going to survive? But when we make money, it's not only we benefit. We see our owner, like what he says just now, his so-called owners or customer turned friends want to thank him because of what? Because of his advice. So can you imagine if at that point of time he never talked to him, will the so-called friends who customer turn friend, will they still talk to him? No leh. So to me, our joy comes from where? We must be able to earn some money. Our customer will eventually be the biggest winner.
Actually true.
And that is what we want.
My client bought one, when I bought HDB, she engaged me to buy a HDB for her.
Mm.
After 3 years later, I sold my HDB. She asked me, why you sell a HDB? I said already I go and buy my first condo. After she meet her 5 years, she sell buy her first condo also. Then move into the sister's house to stay. After that, 2 years later, accumulate more capital, COVID, buy one more 3-bedroom freehold. Then now moving from the first condo to the freehold condo. And then now we are trying to help her build capital another
Yes.
one more round.
Yes.
And she also say one thing, then I see what you do, I follow only.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why we always believe in leading by example. If today we have not walked the journey, maybe we don't have the confidence to say so much. But both of us very believe in one thing. Our mission in our life that we want to do here is to add value to people. Because why? Both of us never believe we can have so much thing in our life. And that's definitely true. And that's the reason why we always believe in how we can provide this little education to people. We only have one objective, is to see yourself to be better off when you retire.
So last part, sorry, just now I digress a bit. I think important is if the person has 4 million, 4.5 million, and we know the market quite well now, not super a lot of option. If you want 3-story tall, near MRT, nicely renovated, can park 2 cars. If consumers like that at this point now, they can buy, but maybe not the ideal one because of price lah.
Affordability.
So what would be your advice to these people, and what are the few things that
That's
you advise
why,
them?
that's why very simple. To me, if you really want a landed house, as I mentioned, delay gratification. You may not have the best house that you are staying now at the right location. Make good use of this house to earn some money. Make use of this house to help you to elevate your capital. The next house that you buy, at least you can make good use of the margin that you have made, the saving that you have done to buy something that you like eventually. That is called delay gratification. Of course, you can choose to have instant gratification, but unfortunately, you cannot afford to buy. And end up what happened? You delay. The moment you delay, you price out. Worse still, here also don't have, there also don't have, you end up what? Stay in your current house. And that is what exactly we have seen and witnessed so many people in the kind of situation. And that's the reason why I want to tell everybody, delay gratification may not be the best house. You ask him, he don't have the best landed house, but today he has the best landed house that is unblocked view. Isn't it what he wants? Why? Because he progressively moved forward. And that's the reason why we want to tell you, step by step. Hey, he bought the house is what? In front got bus stop, come out straight away is the main road. But eventually he still make profit, right? Does he really love the house? But maybe yes and no, but it's a stepping stone. That's what we want to tell everybody. Take the step, slowly move out.
So will you choose location over the build-up? Do you think the land is more important at this current market? Because things keep changing.
Yep.
Because now building also very, very expensive.
Yes.
So would you rather a client buy somewhere not super near town, but reasonably built up?
That's why I say, instant or delay gratification, you have to make decisions.
You have to choose, you have to prioritize.
Yeah. If you die want to go to something that you cannot afford and you die want to jump inside, of course you can jump, but you must be comfortable to jump, right? If you're not comfortable, go for something not the best yet. Slowly.
That means location
may not be the
further.
best in where you want.
So location a bit further, or you will go for a location.
It doesn't mean that people who stay in Sembawang don't make money.
Because the truth is, right, today, to build up a property, you build in Bukit Timah and you build in Sembawang, actually it's the same price.
Our build is the same price.
The build is the same price.
Yes.
So the build is already, you earn the build now.
Yes.
So if you move further, let's say the plot of land, 5 million, and you think, the location lousy, but actually you buy the land 3,000 BSF only, because the build is worth 2 mil.
And the best thing is that you get a bigger size some more. Maybe.
You get a bigger size. And more often than not, the government also do more transformation or add on to transport nodes and all these things further. Because I get a lot of people, I want to stay TCC.
Of course, who doesn't want to, right? So step by step, that's the way to move forward, I believe.
So I think this what we have for part 2. If you got any other questions, you want to know about landed or anything that you have comments about, drop them inside the comments. But before we go, right, Kelvin, do you have any last advice for people that are hoping to eventually buy a landed? And what are the common things you see? Do you have any advice for this group of people?
To me, it's very simple. For any one of you, do your sum, talk to somebody that you are comfortable with. At least you are clear before you make any decision. Because moving to a landed is really not a simple thing, just buy only. You must consider thereafter what are the costs to be involved. Only when you know, then you are comfortable. Speak to him, he knows the best because he has gone through. He has gone through 2 rounds of landed property shifting. He knows what is the challenges, what are the problems. He'll be able to advise you strongly.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so
See
much.
you at the next one. Bye.